I'm delighted. I brought him with me. James Price, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Great to be here. It's great to see the new show.
Oh, bless you, mate. Thank you so much. And my God, what a great day to start everything. Where should we? Let's start, JP. Let's talk about Humza Yousaf. I'm sorry, that's just how we all see it here. I sort of thought that as the anointed one of Nicola Sturgeon and everything that's happened to her, and her husband's now been charged with fraudulent activity, and we've been saying all afternoon that these two were like the most powerful people in politics, her and her husband, in Scotland. The SNP has fallen so down the line, and it feels like Humza Yousaf's resignation today would signal the end of the SNP. Alex Salmond, though, the Labour leader, says it's not the end of independence. Your thoughts, JP?
No, I think this is a great day for the union. It's one good thing, I suppose, that Humza Yousaf has managed to be the first SNP leader in a very long time not to have been arrested or interviewed by police or anything like that. So that's one kind of win, I guess, that he's got.
Yeah.
Humza Yousaf is a very unsympathetic character that it would be very easy for us to attack and criticise, even on a day like this. So let's do it. He is, frankly, a bit of a race baiter. Well, his most famous speech before his resignation speech was when he listed off all of the people in senior positions in Scotland who happened to be white, as if that was a terrible crime for some reason. And that's what he's mostly known for. And also falling off a knee scooter for going too quickly and breaking things. And the guy has done what? He said that Ash Regan, who he defeated in the leadership contest and made her leave to the other separatist party, was no great loss, only to then later discover that she would be the one decisive vote in this confidence vote he's now backed away from. It's a beautiful piece of irony, and it's a great day for the union.
It's interesting if you look at and I was saying to Alex earlier, if you look at Scotland as a whole, James, about, it's always been about independence. And then if you look at the very services that, Nicola Sturgeon made a career out of jumping all over Boris Johnson, and I'm not defending what happened with Partygate, but she was always letting their announcements out. She was always criticising everybody else. She's ended up with egg on her face. And if you speak to a lot of Scottish people, they would say that the very services that people like Sturgeon go on about in England, nothing has changed. The health service, civil service, many things in Scotland that have sort of been ignored. And the only thing that the SNP was about, really, was independence, and they failed on that front. Do you think it is the end of the independence argument?
I really, really hope so. Not just because I passionately believe in this union, which for 300 years has created the greatest country ever. And I think some people go, oh, well, let's just let them go. I think it would be a disaster. Just imagine what would happen with the instability in the world, Russian submarines and ships being able to go past Scotland if it was part of our military forces, where they would have to get the money to come from. It would be coming from China or Russia or Iran or any of our enemies to prop up an independent Scotland. That would be a real pity. But if you talk about the core public services you mentioned there, drug deaths in Scotland are far and away worse than they are in any other country in Europe. It's a complete tragedy. Look at education, right? This is the home of the Scottish Enlightenment. People like Adam Smith, I work at the Adam Smith Institute some of the time, founder of economics, a man more responsible than almost any other for the kind of insights that have made the world rich and pulled people out of poverty. He wouldn't be able to do any of that in Scotland today because their education system is so poor compared to the English system. You just look at any international league tables. And then when we look at other kind of healthcare things or criminal justice, Humza Yousaf and his party were responsible for allowing an awful lot of men who were claiming they were women and they were rapists to be going into women-only spaces in prisons and in hospitals. This man should hang his head in shame, and it's a good thing that he's lost his job today.
Well, don't sit on the fence, good man. Well done.